Alright, it's been a while since I did a video. I'm actually doing an expansion valve on a 2011 Acura MDX, and I could not find any information of where this thing was. This is the expansion valve. That's the new one. I'm going to show you how you have to get to it. It's all apart already because I didn't know how to do it, so I figured I'm going to take it apart before I even record anything. This part right here bolts to it, and that goes to the outside. You get an 8mm and a 10mm, and these were Allen keys. You got to take this part apart outside. I'll show you in a second, but we're going to stick this back. I'm going to clean that up. We're going to stick this back in there and bolt the lines up, and I'll show you the outside lines and the rest of the pieces. Like this here, screws in here. This has got to be removed with a screw right here before you can get this out. Alright, so let me get this piece cleaned back up and put in, and I'll show you the outside. Alright, so these are the lines I was talking about. This is the one we saw through the firewall. I'm actually vacuuming it down right now because this one's a little sketchy. They replaced this line and they messed this up and I didn't realize it. So hopefully it holds vacuum. But these are kind of a pain. You got to get this in position for these lines to line up, because them lines they don't want to move backwards or forwards at all. So you got to make sure you get them in. They're actually supposed to be both 10mm. They screwed that one up and put an 8mm in it. So actually realistically it's two 10mm to get them off. So we're going to go back into the cabin and go from there. Alright, we're back inside. This is all assembled. This piece is added back on. All you do is slip it in and you stick that screw in it and screw these two on. They're 4mm Allen keys. Put these on first before you put the lines on out there. The nice thing about this is you can actually take the evaporator core out while this is undone. Take it out and you can clean it. This is actually not a real bad job, but I haven't found any information on how to do this block anywhere, so I'm going to do one. What's happening is on this, it's the rear air, which is inside of here. Actually, it's not all the way in the back, it's right in here. Was way colder than the front air, so I wanted to change this expansion valve to see if that would fix the problem. Hopefully it does. I think it will. Somebody was in here and they screwed up the air conditioning already, and of course they had to take it to me to get it fixed right. LOL. Yeah, right. I usually get that a lot. People find cheap alternatives. They get it all screwed up and then they bring it to me to fix it right. So we're going to start assembling all the stuff that was in here, and as I'm going in I'll come back and do it because I can't record and put it all in at the same time, but I'll show you how it's done. And of course you can reverse it and, you know, take it apart yourself. I didn't do a video of taking it apart because I didn't know how to take it apart or even if this was going to work. So let me get some stuff assembled. Alright, so got this unit back on. It's a bunch of Phillips head screws all around it. There's actually some inside. There's two inside. There you go. A couple up here. There's two all the way in the back there. I can't really show you on camera, but I did get them. They're a pain in the ass to get to, especially with my old fat ass. I can't bend that way, but they're up in there. There's two of them besides that one. And there's a couple around here. There's a little hidden one back here. You get them in there, you're good to go. Of course, you know, taking it out, same way, just in reverse. Now this piece ain't gonna go in yet. The next piece will go back in, and what I did was here, I cut that right there. You're not gonna see it, but like on this side, there's actually a scribe line. You can cut this piece and take it off to do it. I only cut the one side and moved it out of the way, but it has to be done to remove that unit. So I just flipped it out of the way. Once the glove box is all back on, you won't see it. So this goes in next. I get a new filter. That thing's dirty as hell. This goes in next. Let's get this light out of the way. Pain in the ass filming without a tripod or bipod or whatever the pod's called anymore. Don't mind me, it's extremely friggin' hot in Philly. That goes up in there like that. There's gonna be 10 millimeters there, 2 of them there. There's gonna be 2 up top. I'm gonna try to hold this without exiting out. Back there, there's one back there, and there's one on the other side. Back there, and there's one up under there. So, alright, it's a pain in the ass, so I'm gonna bolt that in, and we're gonna go to the next step. But that goes in next, and then next will be this little vent that goes over here, goes in there somewhere. We'll figure it out. So let me get this bolted in, and alright, so the unit's bolted in, this middle unit, and see the bolt up there, kind of see it up there, 10 millimeter down there, also another 10 millimeter, and there's a 10 millimeter right back behind my finger back here. Gotta remember too to plug in your blend door actuator, plug that in. Gotta plug in your blower resistor, and this actuator gets unplugged too from up here. Unclip this, and this whole harness will come out of the way. You can leave that one alone. This whole harness will come out of the way, so you can get this out. So the next thing will be is getting that back in there, and that goes get a little bit of light going. It goes just like that in there. That'll screw in over there. There's a Phillips head will go in there, and there's one under here you can barely see, but Phillips head screw there and there. These two, and that will be this 10 millimeter here. So let me stick that in, keep this damn thing still. There we go. Yeah, that harness will bolt to the piece of steel that bolts in from here over under here. It bolts in right there. And when you take this unit out, before you take this unit out, you gotta take the blower motor out. That's the blower motor wire. That comes out first, so this will drop out easier. It's easy. It's those 8 millimeters. They're either 8 millimeter or some type of hex. I don't even know, but they're 8 millimeter. And that blower motor goes right up in there. So let me get that blower motor bolted in, get that screwed in, and once again I'll be back. Alright, so now we're closer to being done. I just need a filter for here. Put the steel pieces in. That goes across there, bolts in there like I showed you. Bolts in up under there. and do a self tapper up in here so that just stays still. That'll be our little secret. Nobody will know. Anyway, this is screwed in. That's screwed in. And there's another one up under here that holds it in. That's in. And the glove box bolts there and there. And that's it. Yeah, after the glove box, that's it. So pretty much you do that in reverse order, and that's how you get up into there to get that valve out. 2011 MDX. Wasn't too much of a pain, but kind of is a pain. Hopefully I could do more videos like this. It's kind of hard doing videos like this because everybody wants to come up and ask you questions or talk to you, or when you're talking they think you're talking to them. It's a pain in the ass. A bunch of fucking chatty Cathys here. But that's gonna be pretty much it. Alright, so everything's assembled. This is all back on, all cleaned up. Took some awesome clean everything up because I'm not a slob, even though I look like one. Bottom panels on. Yeah, glove box bolts in with 2 8mm under there. All good to go. All cleaned up, ready to charge up and go. Alright, thanks for watching.